I'm going to read the first short story I ever wrote. It was composed when I was 8 years old and taken down by my mother. I am also going to read the addendum that I wrote to it as an adult. The story is entitled, The Dogs Who Ran from the Gorilla. There were lots of little puppies on the farm. There was lots of big dogs on the farm. There were chickens and roosters. But there was not one gorilla. One day, one big dog saw a baby gorilla. Then the baby gorilla led him to a big gorilla. The gorilla chased him. He ran back with the other dogs. The gorilla came there. The puppies were in the house. The dogs hid in a cave. The gorilla went by the cave. Then he came back to the cave. The gorilla said, "I will have you for dinner." The dogs planned an escape. Then they escaped. That taught them a lesson. When a baby gorilla comes, don't chase it. The end. Okay, this is the addendum. Someone once said, the more things change, the more I stay the same. That about sums up my feelings when, quite by accident, I came across my very first story. What a wonderful shock to discover that my interest in apes extends back to early childhood. As I contemplated my long-forgotten first literary effort, I was struck by how it reflected the then popular misconception that gorillas were aggressive, violent predators. It is now common knowledge, even perhaps especially among small children, that the big, strong gorilla is a vegetarian. They eat leaves and fruits, and thus would have no interest in dogs for dinner. However, gorillas are wild animals. A gorilla might feel threatened just by a person getting close and looking at it, and a tragedy could result. Furthermore, well-meaning people may inadvertently harm apes by getting too close to them because diseases can be transmitted across species. Sometimes an illness that is minor for humans can be fatal to other species, and vice versa, because their bodies react differently to it. A prudent physical distance is best for both of us. Thus, although it was based on a false premise, the moral of the first story I ever wrote remains valid. When a baby gorilla comes, don't chase it.